Well, good afternoon, YouTube, here at Island MetroPark and along the Great Miami River. One of the most flood-prone spots on the entire river system that we have here, and the remnants of all that rain from yesterday, about 3 or 4 inches. This is definitely higher than it was last year when I had came through here after some late spring, early summer rain. This isn't uncommon for it to be like this through here because this area tends to be very flood prone. Yeah, last year there was I think there was a couple spots that worked, a couple drier spots back here, but now, yeah, it's all underwater here now, except for the amphitheater. Couple geese flying back behind here. Then there's on the other side. I'll post a link to that video I did last year when it was flooded out here. But yeah, this area is very flood prone. It doesn't take much for this to get underwater at all. Yeah, the river in this area, because there's no levee on this side, it does tend to get underwater very quickly in this area. It's not uncommon at all. Looks like somebody else is parked here, maybe to observe some of the flooding. But yeah, you see this quite often, but it's probably been higher than this before as well. Just some ducks and some geese and somebody else parked over here. There still is a couple dry spots throughout here, but this is not uncommon at all back here for it to get like this. I always like to come over here for a video after there's been some flooding, because this is one of the best areas to gauge flooding, you know, in the area right here. Is this unfortunately tends to get underwater very quickly. Sorry about the wind in the video, but it's but this is just it's been a cold spring so far here. See the water flowing downstream at a pretty good rate right here. Overlooking the river. See the current from all the rain, it's moving at a pretty good rate right now. Yes, it's windy out here. It's not been warm, and see all the debris flowing down the river, the sticks, the lumber throughout here. I'm gonna get a look at the other side of the river, then I'm gonna wrap it up on this one. They just rebuilt this bridge. They just reopened it back up a few months ago. But yeah, that's looking north. No, actually, that's looking south towards downtown Dayton, and I don't even know if the low dam is even not even really visible right now downstream of this, but there you can see back over that way. Yeah, this does get underwater quite often, and it's if we had a few more inches on top of this, it's untelling how much higher the water would go right now. But anyway, I'm gonna get a view of this overlook on top of the river, then I'm gonna wrap it up on this one. Oh, here we can see how high up the waters came in relation to the new bridge. So it's almost to the top, only about 4 or 5 feet. As the water just flows downstream, making its way further south along the river, obviously headed towards the Ohio River, about 60 miles away. Yeah, the current, it's strong, but with all this rain, you've got to expect that. Then on the other side of the bridge where I started the video, you can see the water on the other side of it, the Greater Dayton Rowan building. But I'm going to wrap it up on this one.